Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Victoria, and today's video is going to be me basically trying a fruit that I've never tried, and it's an exotic fruit, and it is this one right over here. This is the sour sop fruit, or guanabana. So I'm just going to be showing you my reaction and what I think about this fruit that I've never tried before, as well as talk to you guys a little bit about why and how I went vegan. Someone in the comments requested that I made a video like that, so that's what I'm doing. I purchased this fruit from Whole Foods the other day. I just randomly found it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like, I've always wanted to try this because I've seen so many people on Instagram and YouTube that have ate it and they've said really good things about it, and it also has a lot of benefits. This fruit boosts the immune system and helps fight off infections. It also reduces inflammation. Supposedly it treats diabetes. It prevents heart and nerve diseases. It has many benefits. Let's try this out. This is a pretty big one. It was expensive. It was $11 a pound. I paid $18 for this fruit, but I was just like, whatever. I might not ever find this fruit again until next summer, so I was just like, let me just get it, like whatever. I'm going to cut into this now. This is what it looks like right now. It smells really good. Let's see if I can describe the smell to you guys. It's a very pleasant smell. Sorry for the noise in the background. Sorry. I would say the only thing I can think of is maybe like lychee with a combination of pineapple. That's what it smells like to me. Lychee with pineapple. So it has these black seeds inside. Black seeds. Okay, so I'm gonna try this. This camera's just focusing on my face. Okay, come on. It has like a creamy texture to it. Oh my god, hold up. This is really good. Very interesting taste. Nothing I've ever had before. It has like a custard texture. A custardy type of texture. Very sweet. It's delicious. This tastes like a combination of bananas, lychee, strawberry, mangoes, pineapples, all mashed up together. That's like the best way I could describe it, honestly. It's really good though. Like, really, really good. And the texture is just, I've never had a fruit with a texture like this one. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just so like intrigued by this. I'm just so intrigued by this fruit. It's so interesting. I actually weighed this fruit since I tracked my calories, and this whole fruit has like 350 something calories, so this is gonna be a meal for me right before I go to the gym, so I'll see if it gives me energy. That's one of the benefits listed for this fruit. Anyways, I already tried that. I'm gonna finish eating that later. I'm just going to get into the topic of why and how I went vegan. Now, I question all the time, and I am like honestly so tired of repeating myself. I mean, it's not the person's fault, like, you know, it's just like everyone asks me that. I have many reasons for why I went vegan. Well, first off, not many reasons why I went vegan, many reasons why I went vegetarian at first, because I started off as a vegetarian. I was a vegetarian for, well, I was a pescatarian because I would occasionally eat seafood and I was eating eggs and dairy. Seafood was very rare because even before I went pescatarian, I wasn't a fan of seafood. But anyway, I was a pescatarian for 8 months. Not even, like probably less, because I did stop eating seafood. Like I honestly never ate seafood. It was very rare. To a point where I probably ate seafood for maybe like 2 or 3 months, and after that I was like, I don't even eat seafood like that, so I'm not like, what's the point, you know? So I just like cut it out completely after 3 months, I would say. So first off, the reason why I went vegetarian, many reasons. At the time, I was very into meditating and being spiritual and all that stuff. And I had read how meat supposedly fogs up your mind, which makes it more difficult to meditate. So, and I kept reading this everywhere online. I was like, okay, maybe I should try cutting out meat. And that was one of the reasons why. Another reason, my aunt, she was a pescatarian, still is a pescatarian, and I would always look up to her, and I just always thought how healthy she was, and I wanted to be healthy like that. Other reasons, she is one of the other reasons why I went pescatarian, vegetarian. It was my aunt, which inspired me. Those articles that I read on meditating and how meat fogs up your mind. Another reason, around that time, I wasn't eating that much meat. I was starting to not find it appetizing. Like, I just wouldn't crave it. It would honestly gross me out a little bit, so I wouldn't eat it as much. So I was just like, one day I was like, let me just cut out meat. Like, even before that, before I officially decided to go vegetarian, pescatarian, I would go days without eating meat. Like, I'll probably eat meat once or twice a week. So I was like, I might as well just cut it all out, see how it goes. I obviously did a lot of research, which I recommend anyone and everyone does. Please do your research, because you can get sick if you don't eat properly. Please do your research, please. I did a lot of research. I'm just that type of person. Like, I just like doing research before I get myself into anything, which I feel like everyone should do that. Those are my reasons. And then after, so I was a vegetarian, pescatarian for 8 months. Well, not pescatarian. I stopped eating fish, seafood, like 3 months into it. After that, I also didn't want to continue drinking milk. So I cut out the milk, I started drinking almond milk, you know, plant-based milk. But I would still consume cheese, yogurt, and, you know, things that I didn't cut out milk completely. I just wouldn't purchase it, but if something did have milk in it, for example, like a pastry, I would still eat it. And then on my 8th month, which was my last month of being a vegetarian, I was wandering around YouTube and I found a lot of vegan videos. I knew about veganism, but I didn't know much about it, and I thought it was a tad extreme. Like, I didn't think I would ever go vegan anytime soon. Like, I picture myself probably going vegan in the future in my 30s or something like that. I just thought it was very extreme. So I started watching some videos on veganism, and I was like, wow, this doesn't seem that bad. So I decided, out of curiosity, to try it out. And of course, I also did research before I did this. I decided to try it out. I was like, let me try it out for a week, see how I feel. I really wanted to try it out. So I was like, okay, I did my research. I have to slowly transition. This is not something you do overnight. That's what I did as well when I went vegetarian. I slowly transitioned. I wasn't eating that much meat. I just recommend everyone takes their time, listen to your body. Let's say you eat meat every single day of the week. Okay, 1 week you eat meat every single day. Next week, cut out the meat for 1 day, so eat meat 6 times that week. Following week, cut it down to 5 times a week, and so on. That's kind of what I did when I was transitioning to veganism. That's what I did as well. I had already stopped purchasing milk, and then, like I said, I would still consume things that had milk in them, like yogurt and stuff like that. So I told myself, okay, I have to let go of this. I'm not gonna have anything that has milk in it. So I stopped eating yogurt, I stopped eating pastries, things that contained milk in them. And I stopped eating cheeses with time. The last thing that I had to let go of were eggs. I had a really hard time letting go of eggs. So I remember I went food shopping and I bought 2 cartons, cartons of eggs. And I was like, okay, this is the last time that I'm going to buy eggs. And then I remember I was on my last carton of eggs, and I was like, okay, I'm never gonna buy eggs again. Like, after this, like, I'm done. And that's exactly what happened. I just stopped. Like, it was crazy. I don't know. I really wanted to try the vegan lifestyle, and I did. And I enjoyed it. I loved it. I felt great. After like a month or 2 of eating a vegan diet, I did try, this was an accident. I actually had an icy that contained dairy in it. I didn't know till I was eating it, because I realized that I was like gagging. I was having gagging reflexes, and I was just like, what is going on right now? And it just tasted very funky to me, and I found out that it had dairy, and I was just like, wow, like, that is crazy. Like, after just only 2 months, like, my taste buds are like rejecting the dairy, or I don't know. It was just the strangest thing ever, and I just threw the rest of it out because I was honestly grossed out. But yeah, that's why and how I went vegan. I forgot to mention, when I was a vegetarian, after being a vegetarian for I believe it was like 5 months, I was feeling a little confused and weird because, everyone around me was eating meat. I was a vegetarian and people found it strange. Well, not strange, it was just weird for me because everywhere I went, people were eating meat. My boyfriend at the time, he was eating meat. I was just surrounded around people eating meat, and I thought something was wrong with me. I was like, why am I doing this? Like, is this normal? Like, I just felt very strange. So I decided to try meat out again, and I did that for a week, or I think like a few days. And why did I do that? That was terrible. Like, my stomach was so backed up. Honestly, did not feel good at all. So I stopped. I went back to not eating meat. I was honestly traumatized. Like, I never want to go through that again in my life. So I don't think I will ever go back to eating meat or any animal products in that case. And being vegan has honestly made me care a lot more for the animals. Like, I've always cared for animals, but it's made me care for them a lot more now that I'm vegan. Even when I was a vegetarian, it's made me care for them a lot more, and it's honestly messed up what us humans are doing to these poor animals that have no say. It's absolutely insane, honestly, and very sad. Like, who are we? Like, who are we? We're just human beings. Like, anyways, I don't want to get into that. It's a very upsetting topic to talk about. But yes, there you guys have it. There are my reasons for why I went vegan and how. And I'm gonna finish this yummy fruit. I really recommend that you all try this, the sour sop fruit / guanabana. I don't know, I guess it has a whole bunch of names. But yeah, I'm just happy I'm not allergic to this. I was like, oh my gosh, like imagine I have an allergic reaction. Good thing that didn't happen. That would have been very bad. I'm so thankful because I'm not allergic to any foods. Like that would be very disappointing if I was. Let me not jinx it because it can happen in the future. Anyways, that is everything, guys. Thank you so much for joining in and watching my video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave some comments down below. Throw in some suggestions. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And again, thank you so much. I love you all. Peace. I don't know. Bye, guys.